It first took to the skies in the 1950s, and it's still flying today. The MiG-21, a Cold War relic, has survived longer than almost any other fighter jet in history. But how did this Soviet design manage to stay relevant across continents, conflicts, and generations? Let's find out. When the MiG-21 first entered service in 1959, it was unlike anything the Soviet Union had built before. Fast, cheap, and deadly in the right hands, it was designed for one thing: speed and simplicity. It wasn't flashy or heavily armed like modern multi-role fighters. But with a delta wing, a top speed of Mach 2, and a lightweight airframe, it was the perfect interceptor for the era. And crucially, it was easy to mass-produce. But the real secret to the MiG-21's longevity? Export, export, export. The Soviets shipped MiG-21s to over 60 countries, from India to Egypt, Vietnam to Cuba. It became the backbone of many air forces during the Cold War, a symbol of Soviet military influence. Even countries that weren't aligned with the Warsaw Pact got their hands on it, either through direct sales or licensed production. India, for example, built over 600 MiG-21s under license, and flew them for decades. That widespread use made it the most produced supersonic jet ever, with over 11,000 units built. The MiG-21 saw combat everywhere: Vietnam, the Middle East, Africa, even recent conflicts like Syria and Libya. While it wasn't always dominant, it earned a reputation for being rugged, reliable, and hard to kill. In Vietnam, it gave American fighters like the F-4 Phantom a serious headache thanks to its small radar signature and agility in close-range dogfights. In the Middle East, both Arab and Israeli pilots flew against, and sometimes in MiG-21s. Even when newer fourth-gen fighters came onto the scene, the MiG-21 stayed in service. Why? Because it was cheap to maintain and could still fulfill basic roles like interception, training, and ground attack. So, how do you keep a 60-year-old jet relevant? You upgrade it. Countries like Romania and India didn't just keep the MiG-21 around, they gave it new radar, avionics, cockpit systems, and even compatibility with modern weapons. India's MiG-21 Bison variant can carry BVR missiles and fly with modern targeting pods. Not bad for a jet designed when Eisenhower was in office. Of course, not every air force had the resources or know how to pull that off. But for those that did, it stretched the aircraft's life far beyond what anyone expected. Despite all this, the MiG-21's days are finally coming to an end. Aging airframes, rising maintenance costs, and safety concerns, especially in places like India, have forced retirements. Accidents involving MiG-21s have raised serious questions about keeping the jet operational in the 21st century. India, one of the last major users, plans to retire the last MiG-21s by 2025 to 2026. Still, in some places you'll find MiG-21s flying, not as frontline fighters anymore, but as trainers, testbeds, or even privately owned warbirds. The MiG-21 wasn't the most advanced jet. It wasn't the most versatile. But it was the most accessible. It proved that a simple, reliable machine could dominate decades of air combat in the right hands. So next time you see a MiG-21 at an airshow or in the news, remember, you're looking at one of history's most successful and enduring fighter jets.